So you want to become a Hu Tao main, but you have no idea where to start? Well, you're in luck because today's video is going to be a complete breakdown of all things Hu Tao. Alongside being perfect waifu material, Hu Tao is also the 77th director of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor in Liyue, making her Mr. Zhongli's boss if you can believe it. But when it comes to gameplay, Hu Tao is a double S rank Pyro pole arm main DPS or damage per second character. This means that whatever team she is put on, she benefits hugely from being the main lead that deals majority of the team's overall damage. She is best used for single target situation, but is still an amazing unit at multi-target battles. Now, Hu Tao is a very talented person, so let's go over some of those talents, shall we? Her first talent is the most used one, Guide to Afterlife. The first part of this talent is playable, which converts all Hu Tao's physical attacks into pyro attacks that cannot be overridden by any other elemental infusion. Alongside this, Hu Tao's attack is increased based on her max HP at the time of entering this state. However, this attack bonus cannot exceed 400% of her base attack. If that isn't enough, this talent also allows you to affect enemies with the Blood Blossom effect by hitting them with Hu Tao's charged attacks. This makes whatever enemy is hit take continuous pyro damage every 4 seconds. All of this ends once Hu Tao has left the battlefield or died. Her second talent is Spirit Soother. That's an easier name. This talent is a special attack that deals pyro damage in a large AoE. Upon hitting an enemy, Hu Tao regenerates a percentage of her max HP. This effect can be triggered up to 5 times depending on how many enemies are hit by this talent. Although, if Hu Tao's current HP is below or equal to 50% when an enemy is hit, both the damage of the attack and her HP regeneration will be increased. Hu Tao's first passive talent is Flutterby. This passive will apply an 8-second long 12% increase to crit rate for all party members, excluding Hu Tao herself, when playable ends. The second passive talent is Sanguine Rogue. This talent grants Hu Tao a pyro damage bonus of 33% when her current HP is equal to or less than 50%. Oh, and her third passive talent is that when she cooks a dish perfectly, she has an 18% chance to receive an additional suspicious dish of the same type. Constellations, are they worth it for Hu Tao? In my personal opinion, Hu Tao is at her best with her C1, C3, and C6 constellations acquired. Although I am currently running her on C1 and she does amazingly well without all her other constellations. Her C1 stops Hu Tao's charge attacks from consuming any stamina after using her Guide to Afterlife talent. C3 increases the level of her Guide to Afterlife talent by 3, and her C6 makes it so that when Hu Tao drops below 25% HP, all her elemental and physical resistance will be increased by 200%, alongside that her crit rate being increased by 100% for the next 10 seconds. So in my humble opinion, get Hu Tao C6 if you can. The absolute best artifact set for Hu Tao is the Crimson Witch of Flame set. This is because the set not only increases Hu Tao's overall pyro damage, plus 15% given by the 2-piece bonus, but it also increases all the reactions that her pyro attacks would create. Overload, Melt, Vape, and Bursion, with the 4-piece bonus. In addition to this, the 4-piece bonus also adds up to 150% bonus pyro damage to the already plus 15% from the 2-piece. This makes for a total of plus 165% potential pyro damage bonus. The second best artifact set for Hu Tao would have to be Shimenawa's Reminiscence. The 2-piece bonus of this set grants Hu Tao with an attack bonus of plus 18%. The 4-piece bonus is a little unique actually, as it relies on how much energy that character has. If the character has 15 or more energy, they will lose 15 energy for an increase in damage from normal, charged, and plunging attacks by 50% for the next 10 seconds. The third option for artifacts is a 2-piece Crimson Witch, granting a plus 15% pyro damage bonus, alongside a 2-piece Tenacity of the Millilith, granting a plus 20% bonus to the character's overall HP. These two do work decent with Hu Tao, with all her abilities relying on her HP. However, if you can go for a 4-piece Crimson Witch, please do, as it is clearly the absolute best artifact set for Hu Tao, to this date of course. Now, onto the weapons. The absolute best weapon for Hu Tao is her signature 5-star weapon, the Staff of Homer. This weapon's bonus stat is a 4.4% bonus to crit damage. Alongside this, the weapon also increases the user's HP by an additional 20% and provides an attack bonus based on 0.8% of the wielder's max HP. Also, when the wielder of this weapon has their HP below 50%, the attack bonus is increased by an additional 1% of the max HP. The second best 5-star weapon for Hu Tao is actually Sino's signature weapon. Sorry, Sino. The Staff of the Scarlet Sands. This weapon's bonus stat is a 9.6% increase to crit rate. This weapon will also convert 52% of the wielder's elemental mastery as bonus attack damage. Additionally, when one of the user's elemental skills hits an opponent, the user will gain the Dream of the Scarlet Sands effect for 10 seconds. This effect grants the user 28% of their elemental mastery into another attack bonus. Now, if you don't have either of these 5 stars, like me, then your best choice is the 4-star polearm, the Dragon's Bane. The bonus stat of this polearm is an increase to elemental mastery by a flat 48. This weapon also increases the user's damage against enemies affected by Hydro and Pyro by 20%. White Tassel is also a good enough 3-star weapon that you can get from chests around Tavak. The bonus stat for this weapon is crit rate by 5.1%. This weapon also increases normal attack damage by a flat 24%. Hu Tao can be used on a variety of teams such as Vape, Melt, Version, and Overload. The one that I would recommend the most is a Melt team that consists of Hu Tao, Xingqiu, Xiangling, and Layla. You can trust that this team is a good team, as even Genshin Impact themselves believes this, with this team being the team in Hu Tao's current 4.1 trial run. This team is my favorite as it has a powerful main DPS, Hu Tao, an amazing healer, Xingqiu, a powerful off-field pyro applicant who's a 4-star as Xiangling, and one of the best 4-star shielders, Layla. Additionally, you could go for a Vape team that consists of Hu Tao as main DPS, Xingqiu as healer / Hydro applicant, Yelan as the main Hydro applicant, and Kazuha or Zhongli to have either a grouper or a shielder on the team. A more free-to-play friendly team, and I use friendly loosely, is a team that has Hu Tao, Xingqiu, Sucrose, and Toma or C4 Yanfei for that shield. So there you go, a full and complete Hu Tao breakdown. Hope that this video was helpful, and I wish you all the best of luck on your Hu Tao wishes. If you did enjoy this video, please let me know by liking and subscribing to the channel. All your support helps me way more than you could ever know, and makes all the time that I spent on this video well worth it. So have a good day everyone, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.